Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. All ready for an amazing show today with my great friend Christine Campbell Rapin. It's going to be such an amazing, amazing day. So share this with your friends. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Best Heating and Cooling, Country Vitamins, Furniture Share, and Best Entrepreneur Solutions. For more information on Best Heating and Cooling in Scioto, Oregon and their heating and cooling services, go to best-heating.com. And for more information on Country Vitamins in Corvallis, Oregon and their vitamins and supplements, go to countryvitamins.com. And for more information on Furniture Share and how they provide furniture and beds for kids and families, go to FurnitureShare.org. Finally, for more information on Best Entrepreneur Solutions and how they can reveal key ingredients to skyrocket your business profits, go to BestEntrepreneurSolutions.com. Please note, all music by Grammy Award nominee Connor Hedge Protestant is used by permission. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I want to tell you, my video, I just noticed on the end there, my little tag with the quiet, subtle information about the music used by permission was a little loud, but I want to say that I am so blessed to have an amazing, amazing, talented son, not only here on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, but all of my live streams, original music by my son. And that is his name and the name of the company. Got to make sure and get that tag in. So the company hears that. But, you know, I'm just so thankful to have a Grammy nominated, blessed, amazing, talented son and daughter. My daughter is an amazing worship pastor, and I just don't want to give just one of them credit because they're so amazing. And I'm thankful. I live vicariously through my children these days, you know, after years being in music myself with my beautiful wife and being a worship pastor and all of that. I love music and I love the opportunity to see what my kids are doing. So anyway, a little bit about me this morning, but welcome every Monday and Thursday. We're here on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. Not only do we go live here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but this also sits on the platforms we broadcast on forever on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. You go back at any time and check that out. Also, this converts to audio podcast, and you can listen on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. I am so thankful to be able to do this and share amazing people like Christine, who's going to be my guest today. She is incredible with all that she's doing, but become such a blessed friend, and so thankful to be able to have her on again, share more that she's doing. And also just want to give you a little bit of information about the show today. First of all, I want to tell everybody before we get going, thank you and bless you all. So many thousands and thousands of people have reached out to me, are praying for me and my family as I go through this cancer journey. It's not an easy thing at times, but you know what? God is good. And every day I'm keeping a good perspective because you know what? Not every day is wonderful, but I know there's sunshine on the other side. And so I'm just thankful for God for that every day and thankful for all of you. So thank you for being here. Let's talk a little bit about what is marketing with Russ. Well, you know what? We talk about how amazing people connect. Now, Christine is definitely, absolutely one of those amazing people. And so it's all about connection and community building. Why? Because I truly believe that the foundation for any good marketing plan or any good business is truly connection and community building. Without the people, you have no business. Zig Ziglar says you build the people and then the people build your business. I love that. Two of my favorite quotes is that one. And then you know what? You've got to build it with care. You got to care about people. I love what John Maxwell says. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So we're trying to get you great value and great information, but show you at the same time, I truly care. My guests really care about all of you out there in this amazing audience. Amazing, amazing community. So that's what we're all about. You know, of course, I love to connect. So you go to russhedge.com and connect with me. Get all the information, whether you want to get connection information or what in the world do I do? Well, these days, I do the best I can, but I am definitely an inspirational speaker. I love to speak to groups. Spoke to an amazing cancer group, a cancer conference just recently. And then this fall, I was in New York. I work with businesses, helping them how to keep focused, how to be intentional, how to be purpose driven, and how to actually keep that good perspective through all that they're doing. So talk to people about that and inspire them. Encourage them also to do marketing coaching and consulting. I'd love to do that as well. I would love it if you would join our YouTube page. You know, we make it easy here. If you know my name, let's go back here. There you go. My website, if you know my name, russhedge.com, there you go. If you know the name of this show, marketingwithruss.live, you go straight to my YouTube page. Why do you want to subscribe to my YouTube page? Well, let me tell you why. Because there are hundreds and almost thousands now of people on there that have been guests on this show, Marketing with Russ, also the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, also Russ Fields Live. So many live streams and amazing information. Not only will they give you if you watch it or listen to it, but also their contact information and information about them is right there on all of the episodes. So you definitely want to check that out. So go to marketingwithruss.live today and subscribe. Also, if you'd be so kind as to share the show out today, let your friends know, tag them today and say, you know what? Christine's coming on. You don't want to miss it. So there you go. That should be enough to get them awake and grab a cup of coffee and come on in. If you do miss it and aren't able to watch it live, that's good. I understand. Everybody has life and you got to keep moving. So you can actually watch on replay and just put hashtag team replay in the comments. Love to hear that. Any comments you have, you can comment on that forever. You can comment on the audio live streams as well. So whatever you want to do, we appreciate that and your encouragement and your kindness. So, all right. Couple of last things. Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose are my other international best-selling, #1 on Amazon collaborative books, anthologies that have been amazing. One, in fact, is Perspectives on Cancer, a little bit about my cancer journey. Lots of good information there. So go to russhedge.com today. There you go. Pretty simple. You can get all those books. Well, if you'd rather, go straight to Amazon or any online book seller, you'll find that. So appreciate that today. Last but not least, every Monday and Thursday, we do the marketing tip of the day. I love this because it's just a short little snippet. It gets cut out, put on YouTube Shorts, also gets put on social media separately. So you can actually just share this little nugget, this little marketing tip of the day. And I tell you, I'm not your normal marketing tip of the day guy. I really dig at the foundation of what's really going on. So I'd really love to do this today. So here we go. Are you ready? This is your marketing tip of the day. Give authentic, clear representation of yourself. What? Give authentic, clear representation of you. What does that mean? You need to be you. You need to be clear with people so they understand who you are. And you need to make sure represent yourself by getting the information out there. I always say, if you know who you are, why you do what you do, and a clear way for people to contact you, you are miles ahead. Keep it simple. Do those 3 things. Be the real you. Tell people why you do what you do, and make sure they have a clear way to contact you. And today, if you give that authentic, clear representation, you will do so much better with your life, your business, whatever you're doing, your nonprofit, whatever is going on. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to do that, and bless you. And so give clear, authentic representation. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. We got that done. We're going to get Christine in the room and get the show going. Don't forget, that gets cut out, put on YouTube Shorts and all social media. You can share that little tidbit. Hope it was a blessing to you. And here, give me a drum roll. The one, the only, Christine Campbell Rapin. Woo! How's it going?
Good. It's awesome. It's great to be here to see you. Love that you guys are plugging your kids. I love that they are involved in the music in your business now. That's cool. That's new since the last time I was here.
Yeah, I am. I'm just so blessed. I'm very blessed. So, and I'm blessed to have you as a friend. I love to, in my capacity nowadays, which has been diminished, it doesn't mean that I have to focus on the things I can't do. I focus on the things I can do, like highlight my amazing friends like Christine and all that you're doing. So give us a little tidbit. Who is Christine and what are you up to?
Well, I am a business mentor. I help people figure out how to find their next client predictably and frequently. And I have just gotten off the Marketer's Cruise, which was an 8-day sail of the high seas with 450 other business owners. And what struck me both was the inspiration from the day, but how many people, to your business tip of the day, are not clear who they are, who they serve, and how they can make impact. And to me, that was both a little discouraging, but also really enlightening, because if we can get clear, boy, can we make a bigger impact than we're making today.
Oh my goodness. I don't think people understand the importance of clarity. And part of that, I think, is keeping things really simple. I don't know about you, but I think you're really good with your messages. Very simple and understandable, right? A lot of times they say, put your ads and your information to an 8th grade level. I think that's kind of demeaning to people. I think everybody, no matter what age we are, just needs things simple. And it makes it a lot easier to be able to get in touch with people and learn about people. That clarity, I can't even say how important that is. Talk some more about that.
Well, and I think what's happening now is clarity is being muddied by a reliance on AI and a lack of critical thinking. The simplest question I ask my clients is, sounds good. Is it true? And it always comes down to stop speaking jargon, stop aggregating in weird words nobody in real life actually is using, and tell me what you do simply. I'm like, I help you find clients. Very simple. And people are remembering that, when you're trying to connect with a new human being, I've got to speak the language that you receive, not the one that I speak. And this times it gets so confusing. And I say to people, what do you do? Who are you? And how can you be of service to someone I know, or maybe even myself? And the truth is simpler than we are making it. And when we lose our ability to critical think, and we lose our ability to say, well, that sounds better than what I say, we lose what you just said, our authenticity. I will tell you guys, here's the shortest tip for the business world. People hire you for your opinion. You'd better have one. And you can't rely on ChatGPT to tell you what your opinion is. Because if you don't know what questions to ask AI, it won't give you an answer that represents you. And right now, everyone says, use it, use it, use it. And we're like, it sounds good, it sounds good, it sounds good. And yet everyone's going, I have no idea who you are. And I will tell you, just as true as 1,000 years ago as it is today, people start with human connection. And you and I have become good friends because we keep supporting and having conversations that are people to people, very authentic, and will go in any direction. And we're prepared to stand in that.
Yeah, and so this is what I love too about what you say, because the wording, I help you get clients. Something like that is like, wow, if you can't figure out what you're doing there, that's really, and like with me, my main thing is I'm an inspirational speaker. I'll come and inspire and encourage and drive your sales force. That's what I do. I mean, it's clear what I do, right? And so I think what's so important with people is they use fancy terms sometimes. And when I was first young and in business, man, oh man, there was all these fancy sayings that I put on this, and you would look at that and you'd think, but what exactly does that mean? And people get caught up in that. It doesn't really matter how fancy you sound if people have no idea what you do, right? Yeah.
Well, and my coach always used to say to me, what you're selling is something tangible. You have to be able to touch it or see it in your immediate room. And if it's not that, I'll never find it. And we're all going, God, I can't even find my keys. I can't find my purpose. I can't find my clarity. I can't find, because we're so distracted. And I want to invite you into a conversation that your job in business is to be found by the person who is seeking a specific thing. That's it. It's also very simple. And so when people say, I'm living my best, I want to help people live their best life, or I want to help people have financial freedom, or I want people, be unicorns. It's not that we don't want that. I mean, who doesn't want to be a unicorn? But the challenge is that right now I need one thing. I don't need a grand thing. And we need to remember the immediacy of that. So for me, it's like, I help people find clients. You're like, that's what I need. I also know that if you work with me, I'll help you be a better decision maker. But you weren't searching to be a better decision maker. You were searching for clients, and therefore you often will find me. But if you're looking for something grand in your business, it's inauthentic, because while we hear the terms all the time, we have no idea what they mean. And financial advisors, guys, I love you. I've got a lot of clients who are financial advisors. I'm like, I don't know what a financial advisor does, nor does half the population. So if you're saying I'm at this industry term, everyone else is going, great. I'm too embarrassed to say I don't know what that is. And that doesn't help you. That doesn't help you grow your business at all.
No, and I think you're exactly right. People are too embarrassed to say they don't understand what you do.
Yeah.
When I was young in my business, people said to me, what exactly do you do? Because actually it was too complicated. I was giving everything I could do instead of focusing in on what do I really do, And so I think that people, I just love that. Your example of I help you get clients is so basic, because people want to be able to get clients, grow their business, do things. That is what they really are after. But the things that they have to do that go with that can get muddied and confusing sometimes.
100%. I tell people, if you spent any time in my world, only 2 things predict your revenue in the next 90 days. So if you've got 100 things on your to-do list, you have a lot of distraction in there, and it's not going to help you. And it always comes back to those 2 things. And that's why I do believe business is simple, and I help keep it very simple. And that's by no means effortless. But when we have this really scattergun approach, it looks good, but we're justifying ourselves. Yeah. Stop. You don't need to justify anything. Your worth is innate from the moment you were gifted. Who are you? Who's trying to find you? How can you create impact? And how do you want to play? I think the one thing that is also really true, and something I admire very much about where you are right now, is the decision every day of how do I show up? How do I want to play? And what do I want to do with my time? Because I think the biggest thing business owners get stuck with is building somebody else's dreams in somebody else's way, doing something that they were told they should, and that led to 100 things on their to-do list. I want to just ask you, what if it was simpler than that?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love what you just said there, because I was going to say that's just it. People are living somebody else's lives. They're doing everything that people tell them they should be doing. They're shooting all over them and telling them this is who you have to be and what you have to do. Is it really? No, I'm really not, because you are your own individual. You need to take information, and you need to take good advice, and you need to make it your own, and you need to keep it simple, because people really need to know you and what you do. The old saying that everybody uses, overused, but it's so true. People work with people they know, like, and trust. They got to know who you are. They got to really like you and trust you. And how do they do that? Because you're simple and giving them clear information on what you do. And they think, I like this person because I understand. I don't have to feel like an idiot because the words they use, I don't understand what they actually do.
Well, and I would add, and I think one thing, if I would modernize that really well-known saying, know, like, and trust, it's not enough anymore. And that might still blow your mind because a lot of people are struggling with just the basics, and that's okay.
Right.
But I think in today's world, with everything being so generated and so much AI and so much access to that,
Right.
it is about know, like, trust, and care. Caring is a superpower that can't be generated in an AI way. Caring, yes, can be supported, but it can't be generated. And so when people come into your world, it's like, you get me. And you've got to be sure I'm the right person for you. And I have a good level of integrity. I have to show up very clear who I am, knowing where I'm going. And here's the bigger thing, knowing I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
People
For
are more
sure.
forgiving than you think. We try to use it other systems to not show the humanness. And I think that that's a mistake. We are a hot mess, work in progress, really committed to evolving, and that's fun. Bring the fun back into this.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree more with that. We are a hot mess. That is for sure. I love that word because you know what? If everybody doesn't realize they have so much more room to grow and be better, and that they're just trying to figure it out as they go, I think I kind of align it with parenting. When I was a young parent, I thought I knew what I was doing. I was all over it. I'll never forget that, I hadn't accepted this fact that I still had to grow and learn through this process. And my daughter was a very compliant child, our first child. My son and I would be out shopping with her. Little kids would throw themselves on the ground. And I say, my kids will never do that. So of course, we had my son, and before he was old enough to even explain to him, he was throwing a tantrum on the floor of the grocery store. And I looked at my wife and said, "Who taught him that?" But the bottom line was, we were a hot mess as parents trying to figure it out with our children because they were completely different situations, different people. It's the same thing with people that we work with. And I love the other thing you said, and that is caring. I used that quote at the beginning. People don't care how much you know until you know how much you care. John Maxwell. It is true. If you don't truly care about people and what they're all about, why should they care about you? Why should they care about what you do, right?
100%. And caring is a superpower. It really is. And I think we can also overcomplicate caring. The simple thing that you show up and connect to another human being is all that matters. And yes, we can elevate it, but at the end of the day, your beautiful gift you can give another human being is I see you.
Yeah.
And never, ever get out of bed a day in your life where you don't start with that as a purpose. I want to get out of bed and connect to another human being because that was the purpose of it all. And that, yeah, I'm an introvert. So, I don't always connect in the way other people want to connect, but the truth still really is, I want you to cast your imagination. I heard something last week on the cruise, which we talked a lot about AI and tools, and I'm all over it. It's one of my number one strategic goals. But what if AI wasn't artificial intelligence? What if it was actual interaction? I would be all over that.
Yeah.
Because lived experience, that's the point. How did my son know to throw a tantrum? Lived experience is the best predictor of you finding your clarity. Because clarity doesn't come on Tuesday because you took your favorite notebook to Starbucks and you scheduled it in your calendar. Clarity comes through interaction. It comes through conversation. It comes through experience. It comes through learning from the lessons. And yes, asking God, there's got to be a purpose to this. And his comment to this is, trust me. I care for you. It's going to work out. It's like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, I completely. So what I love, there were so many mic drops and good information in that I can't even boil it all down. But I was going to say that, it just really matters, that you remember that you're a work in progress and that it's okay. It's like when you're doing live streams. If you screw up and things happen, it's okay because you know what? You can be better next time.
Mm-hmm.
You can always improve in what you're doing. If you go see a customer and you don't do it exactly the way that you'd like, you can be better. You can learn and grow, like you said, through life experience. Life is the best teacher. And that is an amazing truth that I think people beat themselves down on their mistakes instead of letting themselves grow and learn from them. My favorite quote is by Michael Jordan. He talks about that over and over the times that he failed and fell short. And that in the end is what made him a success, because he learned from all of that. He learned from that. You know what? We have our little failures in life. It doesn't make you a failure. Just because you fail at a task does not make you a failure. You are still a person of value and great information for people, but you've got to make sure and learn and grow through your life. So, okay. With that, wow, the show goes so fast. We need to start rolling it down slowly but surely here. But I wanted to make sure and give you a moment to really kind of put a cap on everything we're talking about today. We'll do this again in the future because I love having you on, because you got so much great information. But tell everybody what you really want them to remember from today's conversation, your gold nugget. Make sure people know how to get in touch with you. And if you got any other information, now's your chance. Go for it.
I want you to remember that everything starts with one decision to be authentic, one decision to embrace I'm a work in progress, one decision to commit that while I'm a hot mess, I have value, one opinion, one action. It is simple. If we just focus on the one thing, it will compound to create the ripples of life. And for me, that's what I use as an analogy and a commitment to myself every single day. And that's why when I run events, which here's my comment, stick around, come connect to me. We're going to be running an amazing event in the second quarter of the year. And it is called Turn On Your Client Waterfall. And it all comes down to one action, one step, one thing. Because remember how amazing a waterfall is? It all began with one drop of water. And I want you to have a life that feels like that, intentional choices that compound. So come find me. My name is Christine Campbell Rapin. Here's the complex thing I'm going to ask you to do. Come find me at ChristineCampbellRapin.com and we'll connect from there.
That is so great. So great. I'm sure that you have probably read, but if not, you should, the book, The One Thing by Gary Keller. He was the founder of Keller Williams. Great thing, all about that exact one point. And, people say there is no way I can boil it back to one thing. Oh, yes, you can. You can, because there's always one thing that starts everything. And I love your analogy of the one drop that starts a waterfall. It's always something. There's an amazing river here that my beautiful wife and I go to almost every anniversary up in the mountains. Is called the Metolius River here in Oregon. And the Metolius River just appears out of the ground. And where does it come from? It comes from the very beginning of that water, somewhere under the earth, and it comes pouring out, and then it becomes that river and waterfalls and all kinds of stuff. So I love that analogy. And you know what? When you think you can't, take a closer look, because you really can. And I think that's an amazing point, Christine. Well, as always, I've been completely blessed. I don't know about the rest of you, but man, oh man, what an amazing time. I learned so much. And I love to get information about you out there, Christine, because you are doing amazing things. Everybody needs to go to ChristineCampbellRapin.com, and all of the information is on in the show notes. And I think we have it all right. So yes, there we go. Also emails and good information so you can connect with her directly. And I highly, highly recommend that. And thanks again for being here. I'm going to send you to the green room. Hang tight for just a second. As I wrap up.
Keep being awesome.
Thank you. Wow. I'm telling you guys, I mean it. She is a blessing. She is such a blessing. And I'm thankful for all of you that were here. Hey, all of you that were here, like Mr. Bob Feathers, my good friend that say better late than never. Hey, just thanks for showing up. Do me a favor, share this out with everybody. What did I talk about in the very beginning? You can share this anytime. You can share it it'll sit on the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube forever. This is an amazing information. She is an amazing person. Tag your friends, let them know what's going on. And all the information is there for you. Also, don't forget, please subscribe on YouTube. Not only is Christine there a few times, but so many other amazing people. And you get their contact information and everything. Just go to marketingwithruss.live. You can subscribe today. And we're really growing that. And I'm really excited about that. So I hope that you're able to go there and do that today. Also, wanted to tell you a couple last quick things. And that is, let me get here to it for you. All right. want to thank our sponsors once again: Best Heating and Cooling in Siowa, Oregon; Country Vitamins in Corvallis, Oregon; Furniture Share, based out of the Willamette Valley, doing beds for kids and families; and Best Entrepreneur Solutions, my good friend Nancy Bakke. They are all there, and I'm just so thankful for them. Also, this show is not only sponsor supported, but it's listener supported. You can scan this QR code, support us today with any amount, help us get the good word out. People like Christine and all the great things that are going on. All that information is available in the comments and the show notes. You will see that. And just want to thank you for being such a great and amazing support to me and all that we're doing here. And finally, don't forget, we are here every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. This does go to audio podcast. If you're not able to watch it, even on replay, you can listen to it. So I love the fact there's so many options, so many ways to take advantage. And I've got so many great friends that are out there supporting that I can't even thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. So, all right, listen, we're going to be here again. Coming up next show every Monday and Thursday. We're here. What day is it today? Oh, today's Thursday. So we'll be here Monday. There we go. And so looking forward to seeing you then. Until then, have an amazing day, an amazing life. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.